What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Weapon Collective and day 2, SHOT Show 2025. Spent a lot of time walking through here yesterday and saw maybe 15-20%. This place is huge. So we're gonna have to pick up the pace today, see what else is out there waiting for us. Stay tuned for day 2, SHOT Show.
So we've got the all-new HD P4.5 here. On the other side, we've got the 4, so we've got 2 different models that we're coming out with. The cool thing about this gun is it accepts Glock mags. So we're shipping with the Metgar 18 rounds. They're metal mags, but it will take OEM Glock mags, Magpul P mags. It's fully ambidextrous, so you've got a slide stop on both sides. We kept the same grip angle on the gun, so it's still that 17.5 degree grip angle that the current P does have. And the neat thing about this thing is that we have the modified Series 80 in it, so it's fully drop safe. We were able to delete the grip safety on the gun. And
love that.
Yeah,
love that.
It's an all-around really good gun.
Yeah.
Feel free to. When you put it in your hands, it points the exact same as the P.
So
the grip angle is the same.
Are all the grip angles on all your guns 17.5?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So a couple questions. It says ships with the metal mags.
Yes, sir.
So is the mag release a metal mag release? Because if you're using just the stock Glock mags, polymer on metal, do you recommend using the metal mags?
No, so we ship with it. Those will work just fine, but you can use any of them. It's not going to wear out the plastic ones.
Okay.
We have some engineers here floating around that could speak to that better, but they did a lot of design work on that and testing with all the polymer mags.
Yeah, I know with my 43X when Shield came out with their 15-round mags, it was like, if you use those metal mags, you got to change that polymer mag release.
Gotcha.
But
yeah, that's not the case. These will run just fine. We did plenty of testing with all the mags, and it works great.
Yeah, I'm excited about this gun for sure. And the Optic, this is a new Optic mounting system?
Yeah, so that's the host Optic mounting system. It's going to be our Optic plates. One of the neat things that you see just looking at the gun is the rear sights in front of the Optic.
Oh, I love, irons forward is much preferred for me.
Your dot goes down, you can rip the dot off, and you still have irons on the gun. The rear plate's not attached to that Optic plate. And it also sets the dot back a little bit, so it keeps that glass. You've ever shot a bunch and you get that carbon buildup on the glass?
Yeah, I have a lot of guns that SRO is hanging right over the chamber, you know?
That sets it back a little bit too.
So let me ask you, between the 4.5 and the 4, the 4.5 has the front sight block on it.
Yes, sir.
And then is there the premium 4.5?
So there's 3 different packages in the 4 and the 4.5. I don't believe we have the confirmed packages for the 4.5.
Okay.
What it's going to be, it's set to release sometime in the spring. But for the 4, I know that we have the base model, the preferred, and the premium. So the base model is going to come with a stainless barrel, 2 mags, and blacked out front sight. Going up from there to the preferred, you get the night sight, an extra mag, and we go to the DLC. The top package, you get all the same things, plus the X cuts, the slide, and an extra mag as well.
Nice. Yeah, you guys are going to do well with this.
We hope so.
Yeah, I'm excited to shoot this. I love that the grip safety's deleted.
Yeah.
And then you can just swap. You just undo this here, and then it's reversible, so
Very
full
quick.
ambi?
Absolutely, yes sir.
Yeah, awesome. Well, what about mag wells? Can you run a mag well on here?
So we're in the works designing those. Those should be coming out sometime. I love
my mag wells.
I know.
Yeah.
Me too.
Feels good.
Yes sir.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so these 4.5s have this front sight block, which is putting that front sight, and it makes it that it doesn't move when the slide's reciprocating, which is pretty cool. Makes it easier to acquire that front sight if you're shooting irons, which I rarely am, but still a cool feature. And it's a nice trigger. Let's show this trigger. Probably that way. Feels really good. And of course, this is the gun that hooked me, like really got me. XC.
Rocking that SRO too.
That's it. That's my setup right there. Love that.
I've been just fine living life with the noose and in my mind all I hear is music. Watching your mouth move, damn you look stupid. I feel
JJ.
What's up, Mark? How you
Dude,
doing?
so
JJ?
nice to meet you, dude.
What's up, man? Jeff.
Jeff, pleasure meeting
Yeah,
you.
you too.
Familiar as hell.
You're one of the reasons I got into USPSA.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
I was going to say, my man, there's a lot of ways these can go. Either bad or good.
Yeah, so how long have you been shooting, and like give us a rundown of that?
Rundown shooting, 1989 was the first time I shot. Just give you a perspective, I started shooting a red dot, behind a red dot, since 1992. And I'll show you this right here. That's what I was just
What
showing
was
you.
it back then? A doctor?
It was an aim point, pro point, big dot. That was me.
Oh, man.
So there's a video, there's a photo of me
Nice.
in 1992 behind the red dot. That was a 1911 gun. That was the M16. You can see 1992, and this is 1991. So 92. is when I-
Pleasure to meet you.
Man, thank you so much.
I
man.
can't
Thanks
wait
for
to
your
see
time,
it.
guys.
One pick?
Yeah, please, can I get a pic
Absolutely.
for you?
What's your channel?
Weapon Collective?
Oh, Weapon Collective.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
is that YouTube?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. I'm a big frog skin fan. Fleck tarn is growing on me, but it's got to be the right fleck tarn. Splinter, I dig. Always desert. But I got to get my Berettas out on the channel. I don't think those have even made an appearance. Maybe one. But the Langdon Tactical Beretta, that thing is sweet. So maybe stay tuned for that. Hi, this is the TS12. That's a bullpup shotgun. This is one, I didn't just put this in the most recent video, but this is one of the guns that really got me into collecting. My wife gave me one of these. She gave me the first 3 guns that like hooked me. And this was one of them. Very, just so out of the box, different kind of shotgun. Tube rotates, holds 15 rounds. Pretty cool, innovative, but I don't shoot it very much. Even when I do shoot shotguns, which I shoot far less than anything else, I'm typically shooting just your normal semi-auto shotguns now, but we should get this out. This was almost gonna be in a video the other day and I couldn't find any mags for it. So, did order some new ones so we can get the Uzi Pro out. I've never even shot my Masada, so this booth just tells me all the guns I got to get out of the safes and take to the range. It'll be a IWI day. That is interesting. You've heard of Gucci Glocks. This is legit Gucci Uzi Pro.
The Goozy.
The Goozy. I like that. So, I have the just original Jacob Gray TWC, and then they came out with the black. Because mine, the issue I had with mine was the just regular TWC. Just has a flat, just smooth grip right here. And when I got it, it's like, this grip should have a little more texture to it. And then they came out with the black. Funny enough, the day I released the Jacob Gray video, and now they've come out with the Hex, which I think they put in this new barrel, gold barrel, and this, they definitely changed the color of the frame on this, but this is their Hex grip. Feels better than mine. And I don't know how much it all, it's like I've said with the Masterpiece Arms being a really spicy grip. It's when I'm handling the guns I notice issues with grips, but I tend not to notice it nearly as much when I'm shooting it. But it's nice to see them evolving with different models quickly, and I like it. I haven't shot it enough to have a definitive stance on my opinion on it, but this one also is my speed with these ports in it, because mine's not ported. So we'll have to get that baby out. They got a 308. This is a little sub gun, 9mm. 223 Wild. Wonder who's doing, I wonder if they're cutting their own receivers.
We cut
own receivers. We don't make our own barrels.
What barrel you use? So they are cutting their own receivers. They do a lot of work to it, actually.
Yeah, it's Tactical Kinetics out of Tennessee. They make
Okay.
barrels for a bunch of guys. They do
All
a great
right.
job. They do a great job.
When did you guys come out with the rifles?
We've been doing rifles for about 3 years, and then to be very honest, they're not a huge focus for us.
Yeah,
Right? The
yeah.
ARs is such a saturated market. It's so
Yeah,
tough
it
to
is.
differentiate.
For sure.
It's like, so we're primarily focused on handguns. We offer rifles. We sell a little bit of them, but it's not our focus.
Yeah, that's, I didn't even,
Yeah.
I'm holding it because I was surprised to see it. You know, I'm familiar with your pistol, but
Yep.
tell me about this new
Yeah,
Jacob
absolutely,
Ray.
dude. So thanks for coming by. I understand that you have a TWC9
Yep.
already, and your only complaint was relative to the grip texture, right?
Yeah.
So we got that feedback from a lot of customers, right?
Yeah.
And when we originally developed that gun, it was for concealed carry, right? It can be used for other purposes, but primarily a concealed carry. But that feedback resonated with us, right? So we developed the TWC Black and now the brand new TWC Hex. We learned some other things along making, a couple thousand guns on how to get better at it, right? And where there was opportunity for improvement. So the first thing that we did was upgrade from a two-piece guide rod to a DLC-coated toolless guide rod.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to disassemble.
Much preferred.
And people love it.
Yeah.
And then, everybody's porting guns. This
That's my jam.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
ported guns, comp
So,
guns.
Yeah, or ported slide, ported barrel. We made some upgrades in the barrel, so now they're DLC coated. The Hex comes in 3 different colors, so black, brown, and duty green. Still got the same great trigger, right? 3.5 pound, 1-piece CNC machine trigger. Also made some changes to the trigger guard area. This was to make it more compatible with some existing holsters that are on the market, and I think it looks a little bit better too. So made
Yeah,
some
that
changes.
is one thing I noticed when we were out shooting it. Most of all my double stacks will fit in the same holster because it's a light bearing.
Right.
So you throw the light on it, fits
Yeah.
in the holster, and the Jacob Gray had it.
Yeah, so with this little change, we're compatible with a lot more
Nice.
holsters. We did add 2 new Optic plates as well. So before we had RMR and RMSC, now we also have both of those, and then Delta Point Pro and the Acro. So
Nice.
basically,
Acro's huge.
that covers 90% of the optics
Me
out there.
personally, I'll throw the Delta Point Pro one away. But
Yeah.
the Acro and the RMR are the 2 that I use most.
Awesome.
often.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
does- I can't remember. Does that ship with the?
It does. It does.
ships with multiple plates.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, we think that that's the way the consumer needs to get it, right?
That's what
like
I
I don't
think
want
as
you
a
to have to
consumer,
spend
too.
an extra $150 to get your optic on, right?
That and there's nothing worse for me than getting a gun, excited about it, open it up,
Yeah.
and then realize I can't put an optic on
Yeah.
it until I wait I gotta buy an optic, wait for it to show up,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
a bummer.
No, I get
So,
it, man.
I
I get it.
appreciate when there's multiple plates
Yep.
included.
Another upgrade or differentiating feature on the Hex, it's got a pin grip safety. So
Talk my language even further. Yes.
yeah, dude, we listened to what customers wanted and what they said about the Hex or about the TWC9 and put all those improvements in the Hex.
What's the price difference from?
So this one's $34.99.
What was the TWC?
$24.99.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're about $1,000 more. That value is really in the machine time on the grip. This grip is very difficult to machine.
looks it, yeah.
There's just a lot of machine time. And then the DLC coating, the porting, there's a lot more time goes into the gun.
What's
but we still think it's a
availability
great value at $3,400 compared to some of the
Oh
other
yeah.
2011s
I mean
on the market.
that's lower kind of
Yeah.
on the totem pole of 2011 prices.
Absolutely.
You know, they get up there. So what's the availability of these things right now?
So right now it's about, if you find one in stock at a dealer, they're out there. There's not
Yeah.
a ton of them out there, but if you order direct from us, it's about 6 weeks right now.
Okay, that's
so not terrible.
That's not
but-
bad at all. I happened to find one in a gun shop.
Okay, yeah,
which
you
is,
got
which
lucky.
is always nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I am. But that's a beautiful gun right there, and it's definitely all the stuff I would want in a gun: pin grip safety, porting, and a more aggressive textured grip.
What were your thoughts on the trigger?
It's nice.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah,
It's hard to make the trigger the way we're doing it, but it's
I haven't taken like a deep dive into the trigger.
Take it apart sometime. dude.
Okay.
Yeah, and take a look at it. So the trigger, you know how on a traditional 2011, you got the trigger shoe and the bow, and they're pinned together, like riveted together. We're machining ours out of one piece of aluminum, so
Really?
it's a solid piece of aluminum. Way more expensive to do
I
it that
bet,
way,
yeah.
but it's super consistent, and it's only one part instead of having to assemble two pieces together. So
can you still adjustable?
it's not adjustable, but yes and no. If you know what you're doing, you can adjust it, but it doesn't have an adjustment screw.
Okay.
Yeah. We sent them from the factory at 3.5 pounds. We feel that that's a pretty good trigger pull weight. Like, I know that guys like some lighter triggers, and if they're able to do that and know how to do the gunsmithing, you can absolutely make it a 1.5 pound trigger if you want it.
With the sear spring?
Yeah, with sear spring, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's a perfectly decent trigger.
Thank you.
Yeah. I have some guns that you breathe on it wrong.
Really?
And it'll go off.
So what light are you running on your TWC?
X300.
Yeah. Basically,
I try
standard.
to keep consistent on that. Although I am very interested in the new. Who was that? Oh, Cloud Defense. The new Cloud
man,
Defense
they make
light.
great
The
long gun
EPL.
lights. Yeah.
Yeah. So their pistol light, very intuitive.
That's cool.
Yeah. The switch on it is great.
I saw it. Man, they kind of burst onto the scene. Probably what was that, 5 or 6 years ago, maybe, and they took some market share
They
for
did,
sure.
for sure. I rifle lights, mod lights, my preferred.
Yeah, okay.
And then pistol lights, X300.
I got you.
But yeah, I appreciate your time. That's
Yeah, dude. Thank you for coming by. And
I'm gonna
appreciate
get one
you.
of these,
All right,
for sure.
We'll hook you up, dude.
awesome.
You better get in line, won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter.
This is what I'm missing. This is the only thing I need left is the SR25. You just can't get them. So I got to figure out how to get one of these. That one's sweet, dimpled barrel. That's new. I haven't seen that 12 top from Scalar Works. That's awesome. I actually haven't seen these either without the adjustable little thumb screw right there, which is really innovative system, but that's all the leap mounts I have that wheel. Can't remember what it's called, but
So
this
I'm
is
like
cool.
a 1.7-ish centerline height fan.
Oh, that's perfect then. So we got,
Little-
all right, so we start with the old
I definitely got to get one of these.
4mm for both the old and the new.
Out 226 height for the T2.
Oh, sweet.
Once one of these rifles, this is a pretty hot item.
I bet.
So, people have been requesting a 226 height from us for a while. And instead of just stretching out the existing T2, we want to add features and functionality into it. So as you can see on that rifle, that you can run it slick, but it is compatible with. We're going to be releasing basically an extension bar that you can have Picatinny to mount a magnifier behind it.
Okay.
The reason we went with that instead of a dedicated 226 magnifier mount is because that way you can still use a 157 magnifier mount. Like if you have a factory mount,
You don't have to buy all
exactly.
new. Yeah,
we would love people
Yes,
to
yeah.
buy ours, but
No, that makes
hey,
sense.
I totally
So,
get it. Everything's one.
I can't see from this side. So is the 226, that's just in addition to the leap?
Yes.
It is the click drive?
Yep. So
Sweet.
same quick
Yeah.
drive QD system. That extension bar basically bolts in there. The reason we went with that as opposed to a integral kind of setup is that if you're not going to run a magnifier, that's just dead weight on the gun.
Yeah.
There's no need for that if you're not using it.
See it?
So, absolutely.
It's a good setup right there. I like that.
If you want to check it out with the magnifier.
Trade you. It's tight.
that's a pre-production unit of the magnifier mount. It's going to be a lot smoother.
Yeah.
Positive in the final production piece, but.
So this is all new.
Yeah. So we had a 30 mil flip to side
Yeah.
magnifier previously.
But you have
but
only
we're
for aim
updating-
point.
Exactly.
Right?
So we're updating that as well as introducing a EOTech compatible version.
Okay, because you do have the SW10, right?
I think the 12. Sorry.
12? Is that what it
is? Leap 12, SW2400, the EXPS.
Yes.
So we're going to be supporting the G43, G33 style of.
Yeah. How does that mount? Oh, just like the other, it just screws in.
Here, I'll show you. So that sets up on a removable section of Picatinny rail on the Optic mount. So again, if you're running that slick, we went with this sort of cantilever design. So if you guys want to try it out.
But this is out.
Yes, that was new as of 2024.
Yes.
But we're releasing an FDE color
Okay.
for it this year. But the magnifier mount.
And this is new.
Yep.
Yeah.
So same click drive QD system.
Because right now you have it, and you could just put the existing EOTech
Correct.
flipped center,
Yep.
but is it the right height? It is with that
So
rear diving
basically,
board, correct?
The reason we went with like kind of a 45-degree offset is keep these turrets really, really trimmed to the gun, because you don't need any more stuff to snag on in here.
No, definitely not.
You want to take a look.
It's always nice to get more and more options for running a magnifier.
And the reason we went with a dedicated mount for the EXPS is a lot of guys were running like the factory QD on a Picatinny riser. This is just kind of representative of what the standard setup was. We were able to shave out more than half of the weight by going to a dedicated mount.
Well, you do. You have to remove the bottom of the EOTech.
Yep, so that
bolted on.
Yep, so if you want to take one of those in each hand, it really speaks for itself.
Oh wow, you guys can't feel this, but that is significant weight reduction.
And like
more than I would have thought.
Yeah,
that thing is
the
light.
First time I held one of those, I was like, where's the rest?
Yeah.
But it's funny because like the QD is basically the same weight.
It really is.
And that brings it up to a 226 height.
Crazy.
Gives you that cantilever, so if you want to run it
Interesting.
forward, you're not out on the rail.
Nice.
So it's a really great purpose-built solution for that setup.
So I love all this stuff, but what's the 226 like red dot, the Leap mount?
Yep.
And when you expecting to get availability on that?
That we're looking at probably April or May.
April. Same with the Fuse.
Fuse might be a little bit sooner than that. We're still iron out some stuff in production, but
nice.
We're shooting for late March, early April.
Awesome.
For the Fuse.
I love Scalarworks, man.
Appreciate the praise.
Yeah.
Can't hold it in this time, got no filter, I got no filter, 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 no filter, I got no filter. Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, hot, no, see you later.
Dude, I recognize you from
Yeah.
we were all trying to figure out, Justin, we were all trying
I'm
to
Jeff.
figure out. We saw your videos recently, we were just like,
Yeah.
where did you come up from? Where did you come from?
Salt Lake. Yeah.
Pretty rad, dude. We appreciate
Yeah.
it very much, man.
Likewise, I love these things, man. Yeah. I've been looking for your booth for a little while. So, yeah, I have a bunch of Vulcans, bunch of Monsoons, but my best shooting gun is probably the XL. That thing is,
Like that one?
I mean, the 11's so sweet too. Which video did you see?
So we've seen a lot.
Okay.
We started, they popped up.
Is this the
somebody
C?
shared it, so-
Yeah. I just got this email, so. Yeah, that is sweet. Is it how 4 1/4?
420.
420. What's the availability? Well, how long?
8 to 12 months.
Okay.
But we're working on bringing that down. We're moving into a new shop starting next month,
Yeah?
and it's 3 times the size of the shop we're in now. Going
All
from
right.
3,000 a little over 10,000. Iron.
This one comes with the actual Vulcan trigger.
Oh, I didn't even know you guys made a trigger.
Yep, that is our new prototype.
Everything you've done has been red dirt, yeah?
That's our prototype.
And we're out at.
Ooh, that recess. Awesome.
Those
That
went
is
through
nice.
about 2,000 rounds on Monday out at the
Rain
studio
shade.
and it was the conditions out there were adverse to say the best.
That's what I heard.
And it was pushing all that moon dust. We didn't have any malfunctioning issues. He was like, Jeremy was like, run them till they fail. And no
Couldn't-
oil, no nothing. They ran all the way up to the very end of the day until they finally started to stick. And they were pushing moon dust out the back of the slide. It was collecting all over the ejection port, and they were still running just fine.
Nice. Well, you guys make a hell of a product. I know. I love that. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That is sweet. That trigger. That's nice. That green grip. I just got the one with the green.
So the cool thing too is in about 2 weeks, all the mods that we do for staccato are now going to be available for that gun.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, it's. I mean, I've been very Vulcan centric on my channel lately.
Thank you.
Yeah. That'll be nice. When are you going to be in the new shop?
We're moving at the end of this month.
Okay.
So we'll be in the new space, and we are really looking forward to it. Like we recognize that there's been problems getting people. That numbers have been a thing, right? That people are like, well, it takes a while. I'm like, well, when you're hand building guns from scratch, it takes a little bit of time.
For sure.
But we want to make sure that people are assuaged. We'd rather build bridges and talk to customers, and if they have questions, like to reach out to us, and you ask for one of us will come to the phone and we'll get anything you need taken care of. The new place will allow us to bring in more machines and more gunsmiths. We just hired on another gunsmith before we came to ShotShow, so we are growing and growing quickly.
Nice. And so with the 11 coming into play, what's like the breakup of your guys, what you're working on daily? 11s versus just custom stuff for people send in.
Typically have one machine running base plates. I have one machine doing customer work, so that's all of the custom work you see on staccato, and then I have another machine running in the background running 11s. And it's me and the owner running circles around the shop trying to get things produced.
And do you only do staccatos?
No, we do optics cuts on
any double stack?
I mean,
or any
and basically almost any 2011, but we also work on SIG, Smith, Glock, HK, CZ.
Okay, I've never seen those.
1911s. I mean, we do a lot of work on standard 1911s, high powers. I mean, you name it.
Yeah, I have some other, just 2011s that I'd be interested in getting tricked out.
Yeah, we absolutely. It depends on what you need.
Like Fowler or something.
Yeah, optics cuts, grip mod. So right now we're not offering grip mods.
I'd be more interested in like a sight block port.
Okay.
Like this guy, but on a Fowler or something.
And we actually it kind of got leaked here the other day that we were porting Atlases, and it's
Oh, you are?
And yep, and the same thing with some of the Titan models and a few others, and it's kind of like people have been somehow it got leaked out onto YouTube, and it has just been really pushed out.
Yeah, I bet. Because people, in my experience, don't want to touch an Atlas.
Yeah.
You know.
We've come into the market in places where we have specialized in doing things that a lot of people have been kind of leery about doing.
Yeah.
One of our primary customers walked in with a Nighthawk El Presidente, and he just looks at us and he's like, "I need macro in this guy." I'm like,
nice. Yeah, because my preference, I don't shoot anything iron sights.
Yep.
So I don't even look at a gun if it's not. I've cut a lot, but It's just such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
You know.
But we want to make sure people would know that whatever they need, we are more than willing to take on a lot of the stuff that people have been kind of either remiss or worried about working on. Right? We've made our name in doing the outside the norm thing, and that's kind of what we want. We
do a hell of a job.
Thank you very much.
Have you noticed the grip changes on this?
So that is a P with a C2 grip module.
Oh, it is. Wow. That is nice.
So of course C2 with P grip module. I mean, you're kind of get a smattering from everything that we do, right? From standard custom work on staccatos to custom Cerakote.
The only thing I want that I haven't seen you guys do is base plates and like the larger base plates for like 20 round mags. Is that something too?
That may be something that's been.
There's something about, especially showing guns on video, it's like they look so much better with the 20 round mag.
Yep, and that has been a very highly requested thing, and that's one of the things that getting the geometry right and making sure the R&D on those is absolutely perfect, so you don't lose the reliability in the magazines is very important, right?
Especially with different mag wells.
Yep.
Yeah. This one I like, man. That's fun, right? That's good looking. How do you anodize it like that?
Yep, we did.
How do you like do the multicolor anodizing?
The anodizer.
Is that hard?
So he's actually in close relations with the
Ano guys. So what they do is so you pick the colors you want, and he dips it in one, and it's actually like a paste that bleaches. So you splatter the paste on there and bleach, clean it off, and re-dip, and then only the bare parts of the aluminum take the next color.
Oh, nice. Because that looks good, man. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that is slick.
I wanted something flashy. We wanted to do something crazy that
Well, you
grabbed everybody's
did it.
attention.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Hey man, can I get a favor? Yeah, sure, I know, see you later. Sometimes I just wanna be a hater. Gotta wash down the top 40s with the chaser. Your voice starts feeling like a waiter, scraping my mind against the cheese grater. Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger.
How do you shoot women and children? Easy. You just don't lead them as much.
I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter.
Looks like they do a bunch of customization for Glock. I haven't seen the Sandman X. Have you?
It's a new one, right?
Yeah. Sandman X. Okay, so I'm not familiar with the Sandman X. I have the Sandman S, Sandman K.
Great.
And maybe you can just tell me about the X.
Absolutely. So this is just released as of yesterday.
That's why I don't know about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Dead Air's first product ever released, Sandman S. A lot of people are super familiar with that can. Obviously, it's been around for 10 years. It's been very popular. This is our 10-year anniversary as a company this year. So we decided to kind of celebrate that, commemorate that, bring the Sandman line into kind of a more modernized update. So Sandman S is a welded can. Sandman X is a 3D printed can.
Okay.
This is one solid piece of a material called Haynes 282. If you're familiar with our Lazarus 6 suppressor, that's also a Haynes 282 can. This is like an aerospace material. They make rocket engine nozzles out of it.
Okay.
So it is designed for super high heat, super high pressure. So that's like one of the first differences. 3D printed and tougher material. This also utilizes our Triskelion gas management system. So it's not a like traditional cone style baffle stack. our Triskelion system actually, if you look at it in the can, it's kind of a like geometric spiral pattern.
Or helix
Yeah,
type
that
thing.
kind-
So
yeah.
Is
Exactly.
it more flow through?
Yeah, it kind of spins the gases forward, pushes them out of these vents at the front of the can.
Okay.
So that keeps the performance really low back pressure.
Yeah.
Which obviously is more pleasant for the shooter and goes a lot easier on the host firearm.
For sure.
And then this Sandman X has hub threads. So Sandman S chemo only.
The 1 3/8 by 24.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That was chemo only. The back ends were welded on. This does have hub threads. You can buy it in Xeno, you can buy it in chemo, and then you have
Perfect.
some options and some versatility if you have another mounting system that you use.
So I mean, the S was like the hard use can.
What's up, buddy?
It was like the hard use can. So is this even more hard use?
Yes. Yeah. So this is
Okay.
full auto rated, true machine gun can, no barrel length restrictions at all.
Awesome.
It is everything that the Sandman S was, and
Just
a
10
little
years
more.
later.
Because we knew, obviously, if we're going to remake the Sandman, like we have to improve it in every way.
Do you have a K version?
We do not currently. No.
Is that in the plans?
It's not in the works right now, but anything could happen.
What's the weight difference from this to the S?
It's almost the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's almost the same.
And price
weight,
point?
weight and length almost the same. In the Xeno configuration, MSRP is $999.
Okay.
And in the chemo configuration, MSRP is $1,059.
Awesome.
So right around that same kind of
Yeah.
price bracket as most of our like 30 cal stuff is.
Sweet. I'm looking forward to that.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
awesome. We're really
I
excited
bet.
about it.
Yeah. Sweet. Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no problem.
it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Before you go, sir, you have to sign a waiver. That's alright, I'm aware of the danger. You wanna get away, you better get in line. Won't go another day of wasting any time. I've got a lot to say, can't hold it in this time. Got no filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter. No filter, I got no filter.
This thing. This is the one that shot. The V10 porting was so nice. Shot fantastic, but we did have an issue with the grip safety.
$100 per grip, at no cost. So I'm glad that he did it because if not, I was going to offer you the grip. I'll tell you to send it in. Yeah.
I mean, it's like that.
The Wooks furniture on the PWS. I like the PWS. This is a sweet gun, long stroke piston, and it's pretty bulletproof. That cutaway's cool. See that? So your piston's running all the way down the length of that. But now with all the flow-through suppressors and I don't know, I'm still a DI guy.
Yeah, all the guns are available in the different color configurations. So if you want that all black, it's
These are the ones I don't have, are like the Artemis, Titan.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know what that is.
This is my favorite gun.
Whoops.
What's up, guys? End of day 2, SHOT Show 2025. This place is huge and there's so much stuff. We got around and saw what we thought was the coolest, what we thought you'd want to see, and we're bringing it to you. So stay tuned for tomorrow, SHOT Show day 3.